The National Electrical Code, specifically Section 410.4a, addresses luminaires which are light fixtures installed in or on a shower or bathtub. This section mandates that all such luminaires must be listed for wet locations. This listing indicates that the luminaire has been tested and certified to withstand the conditions typically found in a wet environment, such as a shower or bathtub. Section 380.24a states that luminaires used in wet locations shall be installed so that water cannot enter or accumulate within them. In Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Administrative Code, Chapter PSC 134, Section PSC 134.385 incorporates NEC Section 410.4 and 380.24 In addition to code requirements, there are several safety considerations. Firstly, the light fixture should be recessed. Secondly, it should be installed high enough above headroom to prevent contact. Thirdly, the fixture should have a protective lens or cover to prevent direct access to the bulb. Fourthly, the bulb should be shielded or enclosed to prevent glass shards from scattering in the event of breakage. These measures can help to reduce the risk of injury in the event of an accident. Property owners are responsible for ensuring that their premises are safe for occupants. If a light fixture in a motel room does not meet the applicable code requirements and causes injury, the property owner could be held liable for damages. Looking into the specific code sections, NEC Section 410.4 is crucial. It dictates that any light fixture installed in a shower or bathtub area must be listed for wet locations. This is not merely a suggestion, but a mandatory requirement. The term listed means that the fixture has been rigorously tested by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories, or all, and has been certified to meet specific safety standards for wet environments. These standards ensure that the fixture can withstand exposure to moisture, humidity, and direct water contact without posing an electrical hazard. The listing will be clearly marked on the fixture itself, typically with the UL or other approved testing laboratory logo. When selecting a light fixture for a shower or bathtub, it is imperative to verify that it carries this listing. Do not assume that a fixture is suitable simply because it is marketed for bathroom use. Always look for the wet location listing to ensure compliance with the NEC. Next, NEC Section 380.24a further reinforces the safety requirements for light fixtures in wet locations. It mandates that these fixtures must be installed in such a way that water cannot enter or accumulate within them. This means that the fixture's design and installation must prevent water from seeping into the electrical components, which could lead to short circuits, electrical shocks, or other hazards. Several factors contribute to achieving this level of protection. The fixture itself must be watertight or designed with appropriate seals and gaskets to prevent water ingress. The installation must also be carefully executed to ensure that there are no gaps or openings through which water can penetrate. Furthermore, the fixture should be positioned in a location where it is not directly exposed to water spray from the shower head. Even with a wet location listed fixture, minimizing direct water exposure can further enhance safety and prolong the fixture's lifespan. In Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Administrative Code, specifically PSC 134.385, adopts and incorporates both NEC Section 410.4 and 380.24 This means that these NEC requirements are legally binding in the state of Wisconsin. Compliance with these codes is not only a matter of safety but also a legal obligation for property owners and contractors. Failure to adhere to these codes can result in fines, penalties, and potential liability in the event of an accident or injury. Therefore, anyone involved in the installation or maintenance of light fixtures in showers or bathtubs in Wisconsin must be familiar with and strictly adhere to the requirements of PSC 134.385. Beyond the specific code requirements, several additional safety considerations are essential when installing light fixtures in shower areas. Firstly, recessed light fixtures are generally preferred over surface-mounted fixtures. Recessed fixtures are installed within the ceiling, minimizing their protrusion into the shower space and reducing the likelihood of accidental contact. This is particularly important in showers with low ceilings or where individuals may be more prone to bumping into the fixture. Secondly, the height of the light fixture above the shower floor or head height is a critical factor. Ideally, the fixture should be installed as high as possible to minimize the risk of contact. A general guideline is to position the fixture at least 8 feet above the shower floor or above the height of the tallest person using the shower. However, this may not always be feasible in showers with low ceilings. In such cases, it is essential to carefully assess the potential for contact and take additional precautions such as installing a protective cover or shield. Thirdly, the light fixture should have a protective lens or cover. This lens or cover serves as a barrier between the bulb and the shower occupant, preventing direct access to the bulb and reducing the risk of burns or cuts in the event of breakage. The lens or cover should be made of a durable, shatter-resistant material such as tempered glass or polycarbonate. It should also be securely attached to the fixture to prevent it from falling off. Fourthly, the bulb itself should be shielded or enclosed to prevent glass shards from scattering in the event of breakage. This can be achieved by using a bulb with a built-in shield or by installing a separate shield around the bulb. The shield should be made of a heat-resistant material and should be designed to contain the glass fragments if the bulb breaks. These additional safety measures, combined with compliance with the NEC and Wisconsin Administrative Code, can significantly reduce the risk of injury associated with light fixtures in shower areas. It is important to remember that property owners have a legal responsibility to ensure that their premises are safe for occupants. This includes ensuring that all electrical installations, including light fixtures, meet applicable code requirements and are properly maintained. If a light fixture in a motel room or other rental property does not meet these requirements and causes injury to a guest, the property owner could be held liable for damages. This liability can extend to medical expenses, lost wages, pain and suffering, and other related costs. In order to mitigate the risk of liability, property owners should conduct regular inspections of their properties to identify and correct any safety hazards. They should also ensure that all electrical work is performed by qualified and licensed electricians who are familiar with the NEC and local codes. Furthermore, property owners should maintain adequate insurance coverage to protect themselves against potential claims arising from accidents or injuries on their property. It is also important to document all inspections, maintenance, and repairs to demonstrate that reasonable care has been taken to ensure the safety of the premises. In conclusion, the installation and maintenance of light fixtures in shower areas are subject to specific code requirements and safety considerations. Compliance with the NEC, Wisconsin Administrative Code, and other applicable standards is essential to prevent electrical hazards and minimize the risk of injury. Property owners have a legal responsibility to ensure the safety of their premises, and failure to meet these requirements can result in liability in the event of an accident. By following the guidelines outlined above, property owners can create a safer environment for their occupants and protect themselves from potential legal claims. Let's delve deeper into the technical aspects of selecting and installing light fixtures for wet locations such as showers and bathtubs. Understanding the specific requirements and characteristics of these fixtures is crucial for ensuring both safety and compliance with electrical codes. Firstly, when choosing a light fixture for a wet location, the ingress protection, or IP, rating is a key factor to consider. The IP rating is a standardized system that classifies the degree of protection provided by an enclosure against the intrusion of solid objects and liquids. For shower and bathtub applications, a fixture with a minimum IP rating of I44 is generally recommended. The first digit 4 indicates protection against solid objects larger than 1 mm, such as tools or wires. The second digit 4 indicates protection against water splashing from any direction. However, depending on the specific location and potential for water exposure, a higher IP rating, such as I65 or I67, may be necessary. I65 provides protection against water jets from any direction, while I67 provides protection against temporary immersion in water. These higher ratings are particularly relevant for fixtures that are directly exposed to shower spray or are installed in steam showers. In addition to the IP rating, the construction materials of the light fixture are also important. The fixture should be made of corrosion-resistant materials that can withstand the humid and wet environment of a shower or bathtub. Common materials include stainless steel, aluminum, and certain types of plastic. Avoid fixtures made of materials that are prone to rusting or corrosion, as these can deteriorate over time and pose an electrical hazard. The wiring and connections within the light fixture must also be suitable for wet locations. All wiring should be insulated with moisture-resistant materials and should be properly sealed to prevent water from entering the electrical connections. Wire connectors should be specifically designed for wet locations and should be listed for use in such environments. When installing the light fixture, it is crucial to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. The instructions will provide specific guidance on how to properly mount the fixture, make electrical connections, and seal any openings to prevent water ingress. It is also important to use the correct type of mounting hardware and to ensure that the fixture is securely attached to the ceiling or wall. In addition to the physical characteristics of the light fixture, the type of light source used is also a factor to consider. Light-emitting diodes, or LEDs, are becoming increasingly popular for shower and bathtub lighting due to their energy efficiency, long lifespan, and low heat output. LED also offer a wide range of color temperatures and brightness levels, allowing for customization of the lighting to suit individual preferences. However, it is important to select LED that are specifically designed for wet locations and that are compatible with the light fixture. Incandescent and halogen bulbs are generally not recommended for shower and bathtub lighting due to their high heat output and shorter lifespan. These bulbs can also pose a burn hazard if they come into contact with the skin. Furthermore, the use of a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, is mandatory for all electrical circuits serving shower and bathtub areas. A GFCI is a safety device that detects even small amounts of current leakage to ground and immediately interrupts the circuit, preventing electrical shock. GFCI should be installed in the circuit breaker panel or the receptacle serving the light fixture. Regular testing of the GFCI is essential to ensure that it is functioning properly. In the event of a power outage, it is important to have a backup lighting system in place. This can be achieved by installing a battery-powered emergency light or by using a generator to provide power to the light fixture. The emergency lighting system should be tested regularly to ensure that it is working properly. Finally, it is important to note that electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on the jurisdiction. It is essential to consult with a qualified and licensed electrician to ensure that all electrical installations comply with the applicable codes and regulations in your area. The electrician can also provide guidance on the selection and installation of light fixtures for wet locations and can ensure that all electrical work is performed safely and correctly. By following these technical guidelines and consulting with a qualified electrician, you can ensure that your shower and bathtub lighting is both safe and compliant with electrical codes. This will help to protect yourself and your family from electrical hazards and will provide peace of mind knowing that your electrical installations are up to code. Let's delve into a more detailed examination of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, articles and their practical implications for shower and bathtub lighting installations. Understanding the specific requirements outlined in these articles is crucial for ensuring compliance and safety. Firstly, NEC Article 410.10d addresses the location of luminaires in specific locations. While 410.4 covers wet locations, there are still dimensions to be concerned with. While the section is not directly related to wet locations, it is important to consider the location of the luminaire in relation to other objects, such as doors or windows. The general concept of maintaining distances between electrical devices and other structures ensures safety, prevents damage, and allows proper installation. Next, NEC Article 410.11 covers the mechanical execution of wiring. This means that all wiring must be installed in a neat and workmanlike manner and must be properly supported and secured. Wiring should not be exposed to physical damage and must be protected from abrasion. The use of proper wiring methods, such as conduit or cable, is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of the electrical installation. Improper wiring can lead to short circuits, electrical shocks, and fires. It is crucial to follow the NEC guidelines for wiring methods and to use the correct type of wire and connectors for the application. Furthermore, NEC Article 410.16 addresses the support of luminaires. This article requires that all luminaires be securely supported to prevent them from falling or becoming dislodged. The method of support must be appropriate for the weight and size of the luminaire and must be able to withstand the forces exerted on it. The NEC provides specific requirements for the type and size of fasteners and supports that must be used. It is essential to follow these requirements carefully to ensure that the luminaire is securely supported and does not pose a safety hazard. Another important aspect of shower and bathtub lighting installations is the proper grounding of electrical equipment. Grounding is a safety measure that provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electrical shock. NEC Article 250 covers the requirements for grounding and bonding of electrical systems. This article requires that all metal parts of electrical equipment, including light fixtures, be grounded to a common grounding electrode system. The grounding conductor must be sized appropriately for the circuit and must be connected to the grounding electrode system in accordance with the NEC requirements. Improper grounding can lead to electrical shock and fire hazards. It is crucial to follow the NEC guidelines for grounding and bonding and to ensure that all electrical equipment is properly grounded. In addition to the NEC requirements, there may also be local codes and regulations that apply to shower and bathtub lighting installations. These local codes may be more stringent than the NEC requirements and must be followed. It is essential to consult with the local electrical inspector to determine the specific requirements in your area. The electrical inspector can also provide guidance on the proper installation methods and can ensure that all electrical work is performed in accordance with the applicable codes and regulations. It is also important to consider the aesthetics of the shower and bathtub lighting installation. The light fixtures should be selected to complement the overall design of the bathroom and to provide adequate illumination for the space. The placement of the light fixtures should be carefully considered to avoid glare and shadows. The use of dimmers can also be helpful in creating a more relaxing and comfortable atmosphere. In conclusion, shower and bathtub lighting installations are subject to specific requirements outlined in the National Electrical Code and local codes and regulations. Compliance with these requirements is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of the electrical installation. It is crucial to consult with a qualified and licensed electrician to ensure that all electrical work is performed in accordance with the applicable codes and regulations. By following these guidelines, you can create a safe, functional, and aesthetically pleasing shower and bathtub lighting installation. Let's discuss the legal liabilities associated with non-compliant shower lighting. There are several ways in which legal issues can occur from non-compliant installations. Firstly, there is negligence. If a property owner or contractor fails to exercise reasonable care in the installation or maintenance of shower lighting, they may be found negligent. This can occur if they violate building codes or safety standards, such as those outlined in the National Electrical Code. If this negligence leads to injury or damages, the injured party may have grounds to sue for compensation. Secondly, there is breach of contract. In cases where a contractor is hired to install shower lighting, a contract typically exists outlining the scope of work and the standards to be followed. If the contractor fails to meet these standards, it can be considered a breach of contract. This could lead to legal action seeking damages to cover the cost of rectifying the non-compliant work. Thirdly, there is product liability. If the light fixture itself is defective and causes harm, the manufacturer or distributor may be held liable under product liability laws. This could occur if the fixture is not properly designed for wet environments or if it fails to meet safety certifications. Fourthly, there is premises liability. Property owners have a duty to maintain a safe environment for visitors and tenants. If unsafe shower lighting contributes to an injury, the property owner may be liable under premises liability laws. This is especially relevant in cases involving rental properties or hotels. When an injury occurs due to non-compliant shower lighting, several types of damages may be pursued in a legal claim. This can include medical expenses to cover the cost of treatment, rehabilitation, and ongoing care. Secondly, there is lost income to compensate for wages lost due to the injury, as well as any diminished future earning capacity. Thirdly, there is pain and suffering, which addresses the physical and emotional distress caused by the injury. Fourthly, there is property damage if the incident also resulted in damage to personal property. Fifthly, there could be punitive damages, which are intended to punish the defendant for egregious conduct and deter similar actions in the future. To minimize the risk of legal liabilities, it is crucial for property owners and contractors to take proactive measures. Firstly, always ensure compliance with building codes and safety standards, such as the NEC. Secondly, hire qualified and licensed electricians to perform electrical work, as they are trained to follow proper installation procedures. Thirdly, conduct regular inspections and maintenance of shower lighting to identify and address any potential hazards. Fourthly, use only certified and properly rated light fixtures that are designed for wet environments. Fifthly, maintain adequate insurance coverage to protect against potential claims arising from injuries on the property. In the event of an incident involving non-compliant shower lighting, it is important to take appropriate steps to mitigate the legal consequences. Firstly, document the scene thoroughly by taking photographs and preserving any evidence of the non-compliance. Secondly, seek legal counsel to understand your rights and obligations. Thirdly, notify your insurance provider promptly and cooperate with any investigations. Fourthly, if you are a contractor, consider offering to remedy the non-compliant work to resolve the issue amicably. By taking these steps, you can minimize the potential for legal liabilities and protect yourself from significant financial losses. Legal issues can be complex and fact-specific. It is always recommended to seek guidance from a qualified attorney to ensure compliance with applicable laws.